16 U.S. Marines under arrest tonight at Camp Pendleton in California, one by one, pulled out of formation and then arrested right in front of their peers. Tonight, they are facing charges including alleged human smuggling. ABC's Martha Raddatz tonight with late reporting here.
The mass arrest came early this morning during a battalion formation at Camp Pendleton, the largest military base in California. One by one, the 16 Marines pulled from the formation by authorities in front of their peers, handcuffed and taken into custody. All are lower-ranking enlisted men arrested, said the Marine Corps, for alleged involvement in various illegal activities from human smuggling to drug-related offenses. These arrests were triggered after 2 Marines from the same base were charged earlier this month with transporting 3 undocumented Mexicans for financial gain. Those Marines were allegedly contacted by a recruiter in Mexico and told where to pick up the migrants once they crossed into the U.S. The documents say the Marines were spotted by a border agent just 7 miles from Mexico with the migrants in the back. One of the Marines who was arrested said he was promised $1,000 for the pickup. Their arrest triggered a broader investigation. Officials say none of those arrested today served as part of the Defense Department's border mission, but Camp Pendleton is less than 50 miles from the border.
And Martha Raddatz, I know you've been talking with your sources tonight. These Marines could all face jail time.
They could, David. It is very possible, depending on the severity and scope of what they find. But having 16 Marines arrested at once will likely lead to even more investigations and even more of a spotlight on human smuggling. David?
All right, Martha Raddatz again tonight. Martha, thank you.
I would like to thank Nas for sending me.
16 Marines.
Sorry about that. It's basically the same story, but from a different standpoint. So, yeah, shout out to Nas for sending me this particular story. Listen, I would like to say that I'm surprised by this. I would like to say that, but I'm not surprised at all, mainly because the smuggling of humans or illegal immigrants and drugs across that border is one of America's oldest pastimes. It doesn't surprise me. And I don't know, I could be wrong about this. But it sounds like to me, like these Marines fell for the okie doke. I'm not entirely sure because the reason why I say that is because one of them said that they were promised $1,000. First off, you want to put your military career, which would have garnered you way more than $1,000, on the back burner for promised money that you did not get, to do something extremely illegal, and now you're going to be facing very harsh punishment. And on top of that, you put the entire Marine organization on standby, especially at that camp, because Camp Pendleton is like the well-known base for the Marines, and it's in California near that border. So now they are going to be under like a heavy watchful eye because of what these individuals did. And it wasn't just one person. It was 16. Now, I think they said it was 3 undocumented immigrants and drugs. The smuggling of drugs in and out of this establishment is nothing new. Look at what they just did. You know what they found with that cargo ship in Philadelphia with 20 tons of cocaine worth $1.3 billion on a JP Morgan cargo ship. I mean, it doesn't get much more cut and dry than that. But that literally puts a stain on the Marines as a whole, because you know what one does, it affects all. But this was 16. And it said that these were lower ranking military Marine personnel, which means they haven't gotten even that far. So good luck to anyone willing to combat for them or to fight for them. And to be honest, I don't think that's going to happen. And if it had to be left up to me, I would be like, hey, y'all got to do what you got to do, because they literally putting us at risk. Like, they're trying to get these immigrants out of here, and you're bringing them in, and you're trying to use your military personnel, you know, your rank, if you even have any, to do that. And you're smuggling drugs in. So now it's like it's almost like you're a drug dealer, quote unquote. Like, they have to be some of the dumbest people ever. You put your military career in jeopardy for that? I want to know what the ages of these individuals are, because they sound like they could be Gen Z. I'm almost certain of that. Like, I have a feeling none of them are around my age. They have to be like early 20s, maybe in their late teens to do something like this. But that is just wild. Like, it's wild, but it's not surprising whatsoever that they actually did this. But it's just that when you do something like that, it affects everybody else. If I had to get affected by whatever they did, I would be highly upset. Bump putting them in prison. Let me deal with them for a good 5 to 10 minutes. I'll promise not to be too messy. I won't promise that I won't kick ass, but it is what it is. But like I said, now they're going to have a watchful, like a bird's eye view on this base, on this Camp Pendleton base, because of what they did. Like, you have to be dumb as hell to do something like that. Like, what were you thinking? Oh, I forgot. They weren't thinking, because in order to think, you have to have a functioning brain, and clearly they are functioning like they don't have one. I wonder what Trump got to say about this, because, you know, he's so patriotic and whatnot. Speaking of patriots, I wonder what his supporters got to think about it, because, you know, they love to say that they all about the red, white, and blue and this, that, and third. I would like to know what they think about this. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you in the next one.